Back with another video, and today I'm playing by myself. This is a message out to Epic Games. Stop putting back rare skins before I slap you. For real, Epic. This is actually being annoying. I hate when you guys had backward skins. Stupid. Like, people have them for a reason. They've been playing long, they've been trying hard. Like, if I had that skin, I would be mad. And now I'm mad because you guys added that back. I'm not and I don't have that skin. Everyone has it now. So stupid. Swear. And if you guys are watching this video and you guys take it out, people are already gonna have it. So what's the point? Taking it out. People already have it. So yeah, just saying that back to Epic Games because you're being stupid. Stupid. I couldn't build. Holy moly, Jesus Christ. Ooh, creepy clown. Lockdown. Let's go.
Please initiate lockdown at this time.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, and welcome to All Things a Creepypasta. My name is CZ, and I started this series 1 year ago.
Look at this.
I brought you those
Look at this.
Halloween horror stories.
I haven't seen this since season 1. I haven't seen this.
Turn the story
I hate this game.
some extra chills. Let's dig. Not that I found it funny either. Most of them just looked kind of goofy, dumb. I remember having this exact argument with my best friend Kevin at the lunch table in elementary. His argument was always that I needed to see the movie It in order to understand, but being in 2nd grade at the time, my parents would never let me watch it. I actually remember on Halloween, some of the older kids in the neighborhood dressed up as clowns and went around scaring trick-or-treaters. Maybe I just had thick skin, but I remember one of them chasing our entire friend group around, and me being left on the sidewalk laughing at their expense. But anyways, this story takes place in November of that 2nd grade year.
Whoa, look, watch this.
We were sitting in math class, boring as ever. When situations like this arise, which were quite often during math, Kevin and I would meet in the bathroom and trade baseball cards. We had a system. One of us would give the signal and we would stagger our bathroom requests as not to raise suspicion from our teacher. On this particular occasion, Kevin had gone off to the bathroom first, and I gave it a good 5 minutes before raising my hand. As I was waiting to be called on, our teacher, Mr. Davis, was interrupted by the sound of the intercom, which was strange because they usually only did announcements at the beginning and end of the day. We waited like that for about 5 minutes. One kid asked Mr. Davis how much longer it would be, and he got a hard shh from our teacher, signaling that no talking would be tolerated. It was about this time when I remembered that Kevin was still in the bathroom. I debated in my head on whether I should bring this to the teacher's attention, but was ultimately too scared after seeing that other kid get scolded for making a pee. That might sound kind of ridiculous given the circumstances, but keep in mind I was only 7 years old at the time, and I was still very intimidated by authority. We waited in silence for a little while longer. With each minute that passed, the situation got more tense. I started to feel anxiety, butterflies in my stomach. That's when there was another announcement on the intercom. This circus music started playing over the intercom. And then after that, there was what sounded like laughter in the background. One of the girls in the class asked Mr. Davis what was going on. He told her to keep quiet, but his voice cracked and he stuttered in saying so. That may have actually been the scariest part of the whole ordeal for me. Being a kid and seeing an adult, and on top of that, someone who you're supposed to feel safe with, being visibly shaken like that, it was terrifying. I guess I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I could hear sniffles coming from one of the other kids, like they had been crying. Abruptly, the music just stopped. We were all sitting on the floor in a line in the corner of the room. I actually closed my eyes, as if that would somehow help me, but nothing could block out the breathing that I heard blaring over the school intercom. Until it stopped. We sat in silence for a while longer, hearts racing, minds racing faster. The silence was broken by a slam and a group of screams. The sound traveled from down the hall. At this, I opened my eyes to see Mr. Davis jump up and push the big wooden teacher's desk from across the room in front of the door. I noticed tears streaming down his cheeks as he did so. I started to feel sick to my stomach as the anxiety continued to build. Footsteps approached from down the hallway. They stopped near our door. I could see a shadow on the wall. Someone was standing out there. I could tell by the shape that it was the shadow of the clown. After a short pause, it seemed like the shadow had disappeared, and I started to feel a little bit of relief that the clown had walked away. There was a bang on the door, and suddenly, standing at the door window, was a terrifying-looking clown with bright white face paint, a huge cartoony, toothy smile painted on his face to contrast the cold, evil-looking smirk on his actual lips. He was somewhat overweight and wore a big, baggy clown suit. The whole class screamed as he repeatedly tried to open the door. He went from trying to wiggle the doorknob free to rearing back and trying to kick in the wooden door, the class screaming each time he did so. It realistically didn't last too long before he gave up and moved on, but it felt like forever to me at the time. That was the last we saw of the mysterious lockdown clown, but in all of the hysteria, I completely forgot about Kevin. The lockdown lasted for another 20 minutes or so until each room was cleared. They made the announcement over the intercom, telling us the lockdown was over and teachers could resume classes. They didn't actually ever say what happened, probably not wanting to raise any panic. A few minutes later, Kevin appeared at the door and looked like an absolute wreck. His hair was literally standing up on end. He had dark circles around his eyes and tears streaming down his face. His entire body was shaking. I'd never seen someone looking so disheveled. Class was once again interrupted so that our teacher could escort Kevin to the nurse. He didn't come back to class after that, and his parents ended up holding him out of school for a full 3 weeks to recover. He came back just before winter break. I asked him what happened a couple of times, but he always just told me that he didn't want to talk about it. He ended up coming to school for the rest of second semester before his family moved away at the start of that summer. He was just never quite the same after that. We never got an official story on what had happened, only a swirl of rumors that the intruder had never actually been found. I shuddered to think about what would have happened if Mr. Davis hadn't pushed the desk up along the door. Anyways, I remembered about this story all these years later because I oftentimes cut through this park on the way home from the bus station. They had a carnival going on over the weekend. It was closed now, but it was about 2 a.m. as I cut through the fairground. One of the ticket booths had a light that had been left on, the only light in the entirety of the area for that matter. And that's when I saw a clown crash up against the glass inside of my room, because clowns terrify me now. Maybe the worst part of that was his laughter as he totally himself.
Put him on the mic.
Alright, Daddy. Alright, Daddy. This call ice cream, my daddy. It's pretty much not getting to the room. All I know.
Oh, black girl trying to play. Hold on.
Oh yeah, keep putting these rules. Black girl, that's my homeboy. Like, that's my nigga.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah, you gotta go, bro. But where I gotta go? Yeah, kick the dude on my. Yeah, just rock off, kick him.
Oh, Diaz, we play later. Can we play later?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you mama. No, let me get Frankie. That's the dude that was just talking. That was the dude that was just talking.
Hello?
That's Frankie. That's the dude that was ready. But I'm trying to get Black Girl's sister because he said his sister was in front, and I'm trying to get that.
Black girl.
He's not even a black girl. That's his mama.
I know that. I know that.
I kind of thought he was gay for it.
Where your mic at, Blackie?
Right here.
Actually, could you